If we danced and shared art and music, we'd be too busy enjoying. Perhaps one of the greatest ways to achieve global peace and harmony is cultural exchange. It opens up the vistas of human understanding and further expands our universal consciousness. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations comprise Indonesia, Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos PDR, Myanmar and Vietnam. To celebrate the 25th anniversary of the ASEAN-India relationship, MEA in collaboration with Seher came together to organize the first ever ASEAN-India Artists Camp. The camp comprises 20 artists from India and Southeast Asia. The Secretary of Ministry of External Affairs, Preeti Saran, inaugurated the camp and shared her vision for the future of ASEAN.
We share very strong historical and civilizational linkages with the ASEAN member countries that go back millennium. It was the oceans that connected us very peacefully through trade, through religion, to philosophy, through greater people-to-people contact. And as the artists have their own way of recreating these linkages, and I thought certainly look forward to seeing what will be created out of this particular theme.
After a formal introduction on the opening night, the team is moving to Udaipur. We will join them on their journey to rediscover connections through art in the beautiful city of Udaipur. With one goal, shared values, common destiny.
We need to bring people-to-people contact, especially the intelligentsia and the intellectuals and the creative people. They need to come together and blur boundaries. And that was the idea of actually bringing 10 painters from one each of the ASEAN countries and 10 from India, so that they could actually have creative energy together, share their influences, their traditions, their cultural backgrounds together, and come out with paintings which are free of any kind of differences.
The camp is set amidst a lush green haven, the Ananta Resort, just a few miles from Udaipur.
There are Aravalli mountains which are surrounding. There's beautiful weather, and all doors are open for artists. Rooms are open. You're in the lap of nature.
The artists collect the required material from Team Seher to start their work. And with this, the stimulating art camp begins.
We are trying to create, an experience in middle of nowhere for them. We get a list of things that they want to use to make the artworks. Yesterday we had too much white and today we had no white. It is a lot of madness, a lot of fun, and it's like a big fat wedding.
Painting will develop as I work, so it is in the process. Yeah. I'm going to live that process. So I really don't know what it's going to be, but I'm not afraid to paint, and I'm going to go beyond what I know, and I'm going to take risk.
Each one of these famous painters has his or her own unique style in their individual attitude towards art and life.
My art is all about my passion. I just love what I'm doing, and I just love what the things I observe surrounds me. My art is about myself, and it represents my feeling, my emotion, my expectation, and my anything about myself, you know.
I think my art style has much to do with my personality. Even in fact, the color as well. I tend to lean towards pastel and gray palettes, and I think in my own personality, I'm also quiet and also do not like to socialize much. Yeah, and I think a lot as well of the process and ideas behind my work. And I think all these formal aspect of art making is part to do with who I am as a person. Yeah.
Camps of such kind help these masters of art to draw inspiration from each other's ideas and styles.
India is the oldest culture in the world, and I think it's a lot of symbolism in tradition, so it reflects me a lot. I got an inspiration from this street, and I got inspiration when I was travel. My style is about a mythological backdrop, and I try to portray some symbolism and semiotic in my approach. I think we share the same methodology because Samindranath also work with automatic practice, which is keep doing painting with chances. You know, they are keep changing the colors and keep changing the shapes and keep doing that. And he loved doing that. And I think we share the same methodology basically, but obviously the practice is quite different.
I believe that the only thing that we can at least tangibly identify that connects all of us is environment, because I'm here, he is in Malaysia, but we are taking oxygen from the same environment. So we're seeing the same sun every day, we're enjoying the same moon. So that way we are actually connected.
Towards the end of the first millennium BC, Southeast Asia came under the influence of the Indian civilization, when India, Sri Lanka and mainland Southeast Asia began trading. Luxury goods were moved both east and west by sea, from the Eastern Roman Empire to the Han Dynasty in China. This trade encouraged cultural exchanges and imbibement. For example, traces of Indian scripts such as Ramayana and Mahabharata can be found across many Southeast Asian islands like Sumatra, Java, Bali, South Sulawesi and in many parts of the Philippines.
Javanese culture is have one philosophy like still now is like a lingayoni. I bring this Chris. Traditional, maybe like the complete the custom, traditional custom. We color keris. Looks like knife, but it's more philosophy, not to killing something or that. Symbol is about the lingayoni. And this we call konjo, and then this bila. It is a symbol about yoni and this linga.
Thai art was influence of Indian art, and sometimes some of art influence from China. When I was young, when I studied about art in university, I studied Indian art from book. Indian and Thai not different because in my country have too many Indian live and business and do business in my country. We have Indian street, Indian market. sometimes when I have time, I went to just like bought the food, Indian food, and try to buy some material to make my artwork. Yeah.
The motivation of each artist in this camp is to spend time together and draw from the free-flowing creative synergy.
It's a unique opportunity for me to get to know all these artists from my neighboring countries. We get more exposure of American artists or Western art world, but just in our neighboring countries with whom we share a common tradition, culture, philosophy, heritage, even religion, but we don't get to work as much as we get to work with a French or American or British artist. And Ikro, yeah, he's a lovely chap, and we shared our work images, our personal life, got to know each other through our background life, personal life, and also he told a lot of art activities happening in Yogyakarta, where he is from.
This is an opportunity for the artists not only to exchange their talent, exchange the culture, but they can exchange also the ideas. They understand each other. Culture, I think the product of culture show the deep inner side of the people.
Seher as an organization is dedicated to promoting the performing and the visual arts, and it has always pushed such creative frontiers. Tonight the artists will get a rare experience of the elusive Satya dance from Assam.
I see a lot of symbol, a lot of sign through the action, especially hand action and your mimic,
yes,
expression in face. Oh, very
thank you
nice
so much
to see you, and I think that I start my love to Indian dance.
It was a beautiful journey for me, because you get that energy of artistic minds on the stage itself, and you get lost, you take the journey ahead. They have conceptualized this interdisciplinary nature in the artist camp, where an artist, be it in the field of dance or music, is getting to interact with the fine arts, the visual artists. So that's where again the learning process is getting transferred.
I think it's not about the narrative itself. It's about the choreography. It's about expression of the movement. It's about the narrative of 500 years work. It's really amazing for me, and I was lucky to saw it tonight, and it was really stunning and amazing. Yeah.